Well, welcome to The Play, where you get tomorrow's headlines today. I'm Angie Bruss. Thanks so much for joining me. I am here with Nick Trigakos, who is the assistant local editor, and Don McCoy, who's the business editor with the Oklahoman. And by the way, today is Wednesday, April 10th, 2013. Now, we're giving you, though, headlines for tomorrow. Nick, Oklahoma City federal prosecutors announced Wednesday that 34 people and 23 companies have been indicted for operating an international internet sports gaming business. What can you tell us about this?
Yes, this indictment was unsealed in federal court in Oklahoma City today. It alleges that the scheme was masterminded out of Costa Rica and Panama, targeting gamblers all over the country. 8 people charged are Oklahomans, so we have a very direct connection to this case here. The prosecutors are seeking charges of money laundering, racketeering, and of course illegal gambling. So we'll be reporting on that tomorrow. Oh
my goodness, that's a big one for sure. All right. Well, Preservation Oklahoma identified the most endangered historic places in Oklahoma, and our readers might be surprised at some of the sites mentioned on the list. What can you tell us about this?
There are places that people definitely know. The Gold Dome will ring a bell. Stage Center in Oklahoma City will ring a bell, and one that we probably aren't too proud that's on the list is our state capitol.
Really?
We've had plenty of coverage in the paper about the facade of the building crumbling, and they're blocking off entrances because they want people to be safe. And with this, with the Capitol being included on the list now, it's really started the debate anew over how the legislature can fund repairs to the Capitol and get it back up into good shape.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, that will be an interesting story to see the different sites that you talked about. All right, the condition of the state capitol has led State Treasurer Ken Miller to suggesting lawmakers put off making any cuts to the state's personal income tax rate.
Yeah, and this is an offshoot of that story. He wants that cut delayed till 2015, and to use the money that would have been made in that first year, direct it towards repair of the Capitol. He's meeting some opposition from the governor, who wants a tax cut in place next year right away. So we'll see where that goes as well.
Yeah, it always gets interesting, obviously, when you're talking politics. And now we're moving on to Dawn. Now, have you tried extreme tots? It's just one of the items on Sonic's secret menu. It's a story Jennifer Palmer is working on. Now, how did she find out about those secret items?
Well, actually, there was something kind of buried in a press release that came from Sonic corporate headquarters. And when she went out with one of your videographers and they went to a couple of Sonics and they tried to order some things, they had mixed success. They had a little trouble getting the piccolos, although they explained that if you come back when we're not so busy, you might get a piccolo order. But they got the extreme tots, which is quite a mound of food.
Wow.
They got a pink lady, which is something that's not on the menu, but they brought it right out. And we've tried some of these things, and Jennifer's written a fascinating, fun story about that.
Wow, yeah. Well, and I've got a great excuse. I'm pregnant, so I could go and get those extreme tots if you say that it's a large amount.
Well, Jennifer's pregnant too, and she said she was a little worried about heartburn. So.
Yeah, really, that's true. That's true. Very nice, very nice. Now, Oklahoma City again posted the lowest jobless rate among large U.S. cities. How do we compare to other cities?
Well, very well, and we have for almost a year now. Among cities with 1 million or more people, Oklahoma City has had the lowest unemployment rate for almost a year, 11 straight months. And our unemployment rate went down from January to February, and we just continue to do very well here. I think Austin was the second-ranked city, but they were several percentage points behind us. So we just continue to plug along, keep creating jobs here.
Very nice. Yeah, that's obviously great news for Oklahoma. All right, well, a late cold snap is wreaking havoc on trees and plants, but the last blast of winter could also have a big impact on crops. Now, what are farmers saying about the crop outlook?
Well, Brianna Bailey talked to several people today, a man from the Wheat Commission, a wheat farmer, and also someone who grows peaches down around Stratford, and they're all very worried. They're not saying that this is disastrous, but they're saying that it could be. With the wheat crop, it may take us a couple of weeks to really know how much damage there is. The ice is really, this is a bad time to get iced up, but sometimes it recovers and the crop will be just fine. The lady with the peaches said if it gets really cold tonight, she's really she could be wiped out, but we'll see.
Oh no. Oh, that's not good news. And obviously we all need to remember to bring in our plants and things like that, because it sounds like it might get below freezing tonight. Interesting weather, very interesting weather for kind of mid-April. Very bizarre. All right, well, hopefully our farmers will be all right. And you can find all of these stories. There's plenty in the Oklahoman tomorrow on Thursday, and we will also have them on newsok.com. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.